Happy New Year. These are my 2026 goals. Some business, some personal, some ambitious, some a little bit boring. I'm going to stick to them and I'm going to break them down in this video. So the first one is to turn over £100,000 on eBay. That works out to around £273 a day, or £1,917 a week. Sounds like huge numbers, but I want to prove that reselling can be a serious business if you treat it like a business. So I'm going to do this by more consistent listing, more live streaming, better buying and better stock. If I can do this, everything else should be easier. I'm 4 days in and I've already hit £1,529. Now the next one is buying a second property to rent out or flip. This has always been a long-term goal for me. Rather than just a set income or an extra income, the long-term goal has always been assets. Whether it's a fixer-upper or a straightforward rental, this is about building something that works whilst I'm not working. You know me, I've always got a little something under my sleeve and I can maybe announce something in the next few months, fingers crossed. Number 3 is posting weekly content to YouTube. I'll be honest, this one is completely on me. I'm going to try and aim for consistent weekly YouTube videos. No disappearing for 3 weeks or a few months. Even if the video isn't perfect, it's still going out. Consistency beats perfection every single time. Hopefully by posting this, we're on to a great start. Number 4, run a marathon or ultra marathon. Fitness wise, I love running. I started running about 2-3 years ago. And since 2024, I've done at least one marathon every year. I did Loch Ness Marathon in 2024. Last year, I did York Marathon. And this year, I'm hoping to do another marathon or maybe an ultra marathon. Now, the next one I didn't really want to include, but that is number 5, to reach 10,000 followers on TikTok. Obviously, 10,000 is a huge number. And really, this one applies to YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I would like to grow my audience, not for the numbers, but just because it does mean that the content is landing. So I aim to do more documenting, less overthinking, more value, less waffle. Number 6 sort of ties in with number 1, and that is to keep consistent eBay live shows. The proof is in the pudding. I've been doing these for around 6 weeks now, and I absolutely love them. Wednesdays, Fridays, and a weekend slot, you'll find me at 8 PM in this very spot, auctioning off loads of my pre-loved vintage and some new items. As of 2026, I'll also be adding an extra slot on Tuesdays at 12 PM. Going forward, it'll be a mixture of men's, women's, and kids. If you haven't already, make sure you check out my profile on eBay Live. We have tons of fun, and you can grab some absolute bargains. Link is in the bio. Number 7 is first family abroad, which to many of you watching, you might think, that's easy. However, when we adopted our little boy, we found that going abroad will be a lot more difficult than what we imagined. We've done plenty of holidays in and around the UK, but we would love to do one outside of the UK, whether that means driving somewhere in Europe or getting a short flight. It's very difficult when you have a 1-year-old to manage getting a flight that's ideally around nap times, and we just don't know how it's going to go. Obviously, the first holiday will not be about luxury, it will be about family time and creating those special memories. Number 8, we just need to keep it short and simple, at least 12,500 steps a day, which I think is more than achievable. I'm on day 4 already, and I've done at least 12,500 steps on each of these days. Consistency is key. Number 9 is read at least 1 book a month. How many of us can say that we've sat through hours and hours and hours of multiple series, films, and TV shows? I'm hoping in 2026 I can say that I've read at least 1 book a month. Obviously, now I've got a small child, I've done lots and lots of reading in the form of baby books. However, I'm hoping to change that when I get a little bit of free time. Instead of sitting down watching some crap on Netflix, I can actually read something interesting, whether that's business, mindset, just something that doesn't involve a screen. And speaking of screen, I'm sure this one's on everyone's 2026 list, and that is less screen time. Ironically, I'm saying that in front of a camera, uploading this to YouTube. However, what I mean is less doom scrolling. We're all guilty of it. I'd like to have more presence and more focus. If I'm honest, this one will probably be the hardest. So yeah, these are my 2026 goals. Nothing magical, nothing viral, just realistic stuff that adds up. I'll be documenting how it's going, not just the wins. As always, guys, I really appreciate all the support. If you are setting some goals this year, let me know which ones you are focusing on in the comments below. Any similar to mine? And do you think that I will achieve mine? Who knows? Thanks for watching and happy flipping!